Hi guys, it's Catherine and welcome to the first journal with me of 2019. Welcome to New Year. So today I figured I would talk about journaling goals that I have for 2019. Also, this video is sponsored by Skillshare and I'll talk about that in a little bit. So let me explain it all. In the beginning of last year, 2018, I started college, and so I kind of had a hard time managing / fitting in a proper time to journal without forcing myself to do it, which sometimes is bad for my creativity, but also with my procrastination tendencies, I have to force myself to do things. Also, I don't know why I sound sick right now. I'm not, I promise, or I might be, so no promises here. This year last year, 2018, I also kind of felt this constant pressure to be filming my pages because I do like sharing them, but I would always feel this pressure to be filming them and then always have them to be perfect because I'd be sharing them and I didn't want to waste my time, But this year, I want to remember why I started journaling in the first place, because this isn't what it was supposed to be. I think I kind of lost my view of what it was, and there's no need for there to be pressure on me about journaling. It's literally something completely for me. So I'm just creating my own pressure, which, it's part of life, but I gotta remember not to do that. My journal is first and foremost for me, and I need to remember that. I feel like it's primarily a place for me to look back on in the future and see who I was, like in the moment, and what was important to me and what was up front in my mind during the time when I was doing my pages. I love that. I love looking back even at 2017's journal because I was a lot different back then. I had such simpler problems. My pages may not always be perfect and I may not always work out, but that's part of doing art, is being able to work through problems. I mean, the page that I'm currently doing has something behind the black paper that I covered it with. I was gonna do moon phase meanings, but then I realized I don't really apply those in my life, so why do I even need to bother and do that? And I also couldn't figure out how to fix it, so I just covered it with black paper, and now I'm doing an Aquarius constellations and zodiacs, just basically all about Aquarius because I'm Aquarius, so that's why I'm doing Aquarius. Anyways, so in order to remember all of this, I've made a few journaling goals for myself this year, and that is to include more writing, because I haven't written really just freely in my journal since the very beginning. Before I thought of sharing it with anybody, I just wrote what I wanted, and then once I knew I started sharing it, it got less personal because I didn't want people to see it. But now what the heck, it's my journal, I can do what I want in it. So I'm going to do more writing, and I've already started on that, so yay me, but I'm just gonna hide it all very well. I also realized that in my journals, and in anything really, I don't want to remember the bad that's happening, but then I feel like that made 2018 have a lot of holes in my journal, and I don't know. Basically, I just want to be authentic with myself, my future self, I don't want to hide anything from my future self, even if it might make me sad, Anyways, moving on from that, another goal that I want to have in mind is to do more art. Like the whole journal itself is art, of course, but art pieces, like drawings or watercolor paintings. So as you guys know, if you've been watching my past journal videos, I've been working with Skillshare, and I've also been watching classes off of Skillshare. And so thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. So if you don't know what Skillshare is, it's an online community that offers many different video classes that you can watch on a range of different topics. You can just browse through, or you could look for something specific that you might want to learn. What I mostly use are the classes under the Fine Arts tab in order to advance myself for my journaling. So I've been watching watercolor classes so I could be better at watercolors, because that's a medium that I always struggle with. And that's also why I've been partnering with them lately in order to share with you guys. So the first 500 people to use the link in my description box can get 2 months free access to the various different classes of Skillshare. And since it's the new year, you might be like me and starting in the new journal for the new year, so you can find classes or just like I said, browse through and see what you could use for you and your journal. Remember, it's all about you. The other day I did a live on Instagram, and somebody asked me about journaling with just the journal, the book, and pens and markers, and if that's something you can do. And of course it is. I talked about this in my journaling advice video, which I will have linked if you want to check that video out. But basically, you can start with absolutely nothing, you can start with the book, the journal, and some pens, and you can really get creative with that. There's so many things you can do with a pen and paper. On Skillshare, there are classes on calligraphy, which you can do with your regular pens and markers. That's what I do. I don't have any special calligraphy pens. I think I do, but I just don't use them ever. But yeah, you can learn calligraphy, you can learn how to draw, how to doodle. So yeah, remember, it's free to sign up, and you get 2 months free, and then after that it's less than $10 a month, which is super nice. So yeah, to conclude this all, kind of, I always make these journals for me, and that's why I don't care to name it like an art journal or whatever else you guys have suggested for me. At first, like, I cared about what to call it, but like now I really don't, you know. This is all only me. This is my journal. This is me creating it. So I don't want to restrict myself by calling it like an art journal and only putting art in it or so whatever else, you know. It's just a journal. It's my journal, you know. I have 2 journals, actually. I have this one with the art stuff, and the one that I like, it's a diary, air quotes, diary, you know. Ew, I hate that. The boys from elementary school traumatized me from calling my diary a diary. But yeah, so I'm not going to stop sharing my journaling because it does inspire others to make their own and to have a place for themselves. And I need to remember that that's what it's all about. And I wanted to share my goals with you guys too, because, you know, just remember that it's all for you, you know. That's the point of doing a journal. And if you share it, great. You're inspiring other people, and I love that. We're just making art, dude. Oh my god. That's been something I've been thinking about a lot lately, basically the past 2-3 days. Do everything for you. I'm not just talking about like journaling here. I'm talking about like social life and everything, you know, life. In today's society, wow, I'm getting really deep. But in today's society, we tend to post things or go places or do things simply for other people, you know? I want to stop that this year because I've definitely like posted things. Like, okay, everything we post on social media is for other people to see, of course, but I've done things specifically to like shade some certain person, and like, what the heck? Why? I want to stop that because like that's not what truly makes me happy, and I gotta love myself. So I need to truly be doing things for myself, and you should too, you know? Take some time to think about it. But don't go out of your way to do something for somebody that you don't care about and that won't make you happy. You know? Just saying, okay? Alright, that's about it. Thanks so much for listening to me. This has been a time, to say the least. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much. Good luck with your 2019 endeavors, journaling, you know, your health this year. I don't know. Lots of different things happen within a whole year. Also, follow me on Instagram if you want to, because sometimes I attempt to do lives where you can see me be like a scatterbrain while trying to journal. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks so much. I'll see you later, folks. Bye.
I was yours on Sunday while we watched the children play. We fell deep in love again, like we always do.